Retro anime. How did we find it? How does it hold up? Unpacking the ins and outs of being an old school nerd and proving that 80s kids can't remember a damn thing right. These are the mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd.
Welcome to Mindless Midlife Musings of the Anime Nerd. I'm Rick, and I'm joined by the rest of our panel, Lynette, Vic, and Brian. Hello, everyone.
What's up, people?
I've missed you guys.
Been a minute.
We've missed you too, Brian.
Well, today we encounter some enemies in space as we take our final journey through the last third of the Gundam movie trilogy. Mobile Suit Gundam, the movie 3, Encounters in Space.
I thought it was called, could have been an email.
As we established before, Mobile Suit Gundam is a Japanese anime produced by Nippon Sunrise, created and directed by Yoshiyuki Tomino, and it premiered in Japan on Nagoya Broadcasting Network and ANN in 1979. This is the third compilation film, which covers the remainder of the series from episodes 31 through the end. And so this this one has the distinction of having the most reanimated scenes of the trilogy.
Yes.
So they actually went in and did a lot of work to reanimate some of the scenes to bring them up to standard, so they will look better. And it showed. A lot of this movie looked very good.
Visually, yes. It was a departure from... The first one looked like it was just straight up clips from the original show. The second one, it seemed a little better. This one visually was the best of the three.
Yes, I
would agree with that one.
Brian, it sounds like you got something. You got locked and loaded. You're ready for this.
I think you're going to hear however I'm going to express this one is going to come across like Morse code grunts. So it's not going to be
So this is the this last act. This third film is basically the culmination of everything, obviously, but there's more action in this one than in the other two combined. It is mostly a war in this. There's a lot of combat in this one. Which from a person who likes action anime might have been the good thing. Except maybe we waited too long to get to this point. Well, basically the stage is set at this, right? And the Federation forces have regrouped after Jaburo and are preparing for a big push into space. And White Base has been integrated back into the fleet. Yes, still piloted by an entire civilian crew, but I digress. And Amuro is sort of like beginning to sense his new type abilities more and more, expanding on his connection to it. And Char,
I'm going to say it now, to the force.
That's my guy. And Char,
it only took you 7 hours to get to that point, Brian.
I mean, at some point you have to acquiesce and go, okay, it is, fuck it. And it is. Char is maneuvering
it's 79.
Yeah.
It's 1979.
Well, 79 for us.
For them.
No, that means
the movie
79 for them.
years of Star Wars.
Yeah.
To go and say, you know what? Because I mean, Empire hasn't came out yet.
Right. This was all just New Hope. This is all this was. This is all New Hope. New Hope inspired all of this.
Yeah.
Char is making his political moves. He's starting to, his plan for ultimate revenge is beginning to, come to fruition.
Not
and
bad
his
for
rivalry
with
with right? And his rivalry with Amuro is like, it's basically this whole movie is kind of that. So the Federation launches this massive attack on Solomon. There's Solomon. And one of the remaining zombies, Frankenstein's monster looking motherfucker, Dolze, he's gonna make his last big stand.
He was the most entrati of everybody.
He, without a doubt.
Usually, yes.
And arguably, in my opinion, the most interesting zombie. He was the most interesting. He had like the wife and kid, and he was, he was the most interesting character.
He seemed like the one that genuinely cared for his family and men.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
he's like a legit like a good commander. Like it was very I don't know. Um Amuro, let's see, where are my notes on this? So yeah, they did okay, and oh yeah, we meet Layla,
Lala?
Lala, whatever. We meet Lala, who's very important to the series. Feels very less important in this movie, at least in my opinion.
Yes.
She's like an
It was
emotional
like she was
anchor.
glossed over.
Yeah, she's supposed to be this big emotional anchor for Amuro and Char, and she feels like a pawn.
Yeah.
And in this, but she's like a big deal in the series. Like people talk about Lala's
Really?
death like it was like this big traumatic thing, and it had so much meaning to Amuro because, like, I mean, in this movie, right? Lala dies, and they both kind of lose their collective shit, right?
Yeah, and that entire
Yes.
sequence was redone 3 times. The original animation, it was one of the sequences that was newly redrawn for this movie,
Yeah,
and
they
it
do it
was
again.
totally redone for the recently aired series.
Oh, for the new, right? Yeah, they like lean like this is like a big deal, like an emotional beat that maybe doesn't land as well in the series version or in the movie version as it
Yeah,
does in the
no,
series version.
it feels glossed over,
It really
unfortunately.
did.
Uh,
So yeah,
Well, okay,
I
all
just
right,
thought it
all
was
right.
cute that Char had a girlfriend. I was like, "Oh, he's finally got a girlfriend. She's
right,
gonna
right.
die, but, she's
Yeah,
speaking."
not
It
100% sure, but I think she's, like, at the time, she's probably one of the more powerful new types.
All right.
correct.
And not to
Correct.
mention, it's actually par for the course because any girl that any of the characters have liked,
Right?
So
they
you're
don't
saying Amuro did not like Frau Bao?
at all.
No, at all. He was so indifferent to her. Um,
At all. And
and
I think that's the only thing that saved her life.
the reverse
Yeah.
is true for Mirai. Like everyone that Mariah's in a relationship with, they get it too. So basically, you can kill off both sexes. You just need Amuro for the women, and you need so
So that
'cause
that just means that Char also has to get his love taken away.
that's of
Yeah.
course. So we get to meet a character in this one, and he doesn't. Boy, I got to talk about this guy, and I'm going to say a thing, and I want you to understand that I do not support the thing I'm going to say, but it is an actual confirmable thing. The character's name is Slugger, and he is a charming blonde-haired gentleman who's part of the Federation, and he is the inspiration for Roy Fokker in
Mm,
Super Dimension
mm.
Fortress Macross.
How does that make you
So-
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. How did that taste in your mouth?
It a little dirty. Um,
Oh,
because
that was hard. That was hard.
because I'm
That
telling
was
you right now, I feel uncomfortable hearing that, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
That's what it is,
oh,
guys. Can't.
oh. I think we actually need to. All right, that's our
Yeah,
show.
that's.
Keep calm. We can't go any further. He needs some time
I
to process that.
I don't.
'Cause, I mean, we all know Roy was like 10 times better, easily.
Thank you.
He had a
Not
salad named after him,
not just not
sir.
just because not just because I'm obviously a massive diehard fan of Super Dimension Fortress of Macross, but just because Slugger sucks. Kind of.
I need to take over for a second, you guys.
Go ahead. Yeah, please.
Dun-dun-dun.
We have had a couple of things happen between our last recording and this recording of this. And I realize now all of that has been masterminded by Rick, so he can be able to build up the fortitude to be able to say those words.
You needed
That
to
was
build
it.
up the confidence to say
I
it
had
out
to.
loud.
No
I
fortitude. He could say
I
it, but
look.
he had to steel himself.
I had to put in overtime for my therapist. It was a whole thing.
Oh my
But we got there.
Oh, sir, my heart goes out to you.
Dude, it's like, I don't know, it's just one of those things where you find that bit out and you're going, "Huh, really? That's they pulled this character out of that?" And you're just like, "Okay, well, if you say so."
I don't
Um,
like that. I don't like that.
yeah, so the comparisons, obviously the only comparisons I can get is he's a arrogant sort of, blonde-haired soldier, a little bit of a womanizer,
With the
and
tan, with the tan.
right, right, and, tall fellow. Like, I can see it. When they said it, when I read it, I could see it, but the characterization, the mentor-like character, the big brother figure, the genuine war hero, like, the bravado, all of that shit is not this guy.
Mhm.
So,
Now, so we're basically you're about to go into the the space station.
yeah,
The scene about the space station.
right.
It's important to put that out there because it does put this what you're about to say next into a lot of character, a lot of context.
So they're on they're on this spaceship. They're docked. They're like preparing White Base to go out, and Slegger and Mirai, or well, Slegger's got it from Mirai, and Mirai
So
have
Mirai, we get to the station, and
yeah
Mirai
is
apparently
confronted.
confronted
Yeah,
by her ex-fiance or fiance.
yeah. She was affianced because her
Yeah.
family affianced her because of power and money. Basically, it was like one of those old school, like, we're gonna marry you off kind of things.
So her fiance is Lando Calrissian for this
Yes.
base.
God damn it. Yes, yes, he is. White
You know what?
Lando.
I'm glad Brian finally gave in to the Star Wars
God
memes into
damn it.
this.
There's just so
Mhm.
many
Yeah.
similarities. So White Lando is running this neutral space base thing. And Mirai was promised to him, and it was like a whole thing, and now she's there, and all of a sudden, like, she matters again. Like, before it was like he was all about taking care of business, and now she's here, and he's like, "You're alive! Oh my god, I'm so happy to see you," and whatever. And even
Eh,
even Bright's like, "The fuck?"
because Bright has a thing for Mirai.
Of course he does. Of course he
Of course
does.
he does.
So, uh,
And so basically, White Land. I love that fucking name. I love that fucking
Right?
White Lando. He decides that he's going to hold all of their exiting permit papers and
right.
everything
He's holding
to
him
prevent,
fucking hostage.
yeah, hold it hostage until she decides to get off the boat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking
And
wild.
she has been indifferent to him their entire time.
Absolutely. Cold as ice.
The-
She's like, I am a soldier now. Like,
and,
what do you mean you're
and
not picking a side? Get the fuck out of here.
right,
Right?
right. I think that this whole thing this highlights a everything. Even when we're talking about Layla,
Yeah.
it's so glossed over. Oh, what? He had a problem with the war. He wants to be neutral, and now he wants to put his big boy pants on and say, "No, I'm not going to fight for you guys. I'm going to hold you guys hostage until she leaves." That could have been delved out much more because it leads up to it leads up to some magic. If we knew that.
I enjoy the moment, right?
Yeah.
It's good shit. So he's basically like, "You can't think so badly about me. I'll do anything," and all this nonsense. And she's like, "Yo, calm the fuck down." And straight out of nowhere, and I do appreciate that Slegger floats in because they're in space, floats in, pulls the glasses off of White Lando, and then closses it. Then he's like,
Hey,
"Hey,
safety first. He didn't want glass
hey,
shards in his face.
here are your glasses, buddy," and he gets them back to It's just like,
I wish they would have shown him kicking off That way,
Right.
because he just floats into the screen like sea drift. Or no.
Yes.
He had to kick off of something, get pushed over there, grab him.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
And
funny.
that's the other thing about it is it's a neutral base.
Yes.
And as you are in the center of it, there's zero gravity. But as you go out to the outskirts of it, that's where you see the rolling hills, and they have gravity out the whole station. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Yeah.
like the first base that they all came from.
Yes.
The
They're all colonies.
Yeah.
it's a colony ship. So it's huge, and this one has I don't want to say they've terraformed the inside of it better than what we see later in this movie.
This is like this is their attempt to tell you that capitalism works. So
Fair
but
enough.
basically he Slugger, he clocks White Lando and he's like, listen, man, Mariah's like White Base's mother. You don't fuck with her. Like we're not playing around
Right.
here. And he's this pointless antagonist. If I'm being honest, he's a pointless antagonist. And I'm sure in the course of the series, like this is probably a few episodes worth of stuff, and he's like the big bad of the week for a few weeks.
And
But
you see all the evil things he would have done to the crew to sabotage
yeah,
their evening, but it just comes off as one moment.
it does. In this movie, it's just like, why did you even put it in? Like it really just but they did. And I guess probably they left it in, if anything, just to show Mariah's growing relationship with Slugger, who again comes out of nowhere. We have not seen this character before this last film. Like he's just surprise, motherfucker.
This is another. But Slugger has given people the business before with slaps. Well, didn't he give people the slaps in the skibbity raps in the previous movie?
Slugger wasn't even in the previous movie, was he? I don't remember him until movie 3. I don't remember. Everybody else was slapping, right? There was, the
Bright
oh
did
my
some
God,
Bright
slapping.
slapped a few
Bright.
people.
You can always count on Bright for a good slap, but it was also
Somebody else slapped the hell out of Mariah.
Amuro.
No, it wasn't Amuro.
Wasn't Amuro? Oh,
Sure, it wasn't Bright.
oh, it was
No,
Bright, but it was also
I thought it was somebody blonde that she was doing something.
Yes, and it was one of Marianne's boyfriend guy. There's that guy, I think it was.
He died too.
Yeah,
So,
they all did.
I'm saying, so basically, blonde hair, you get to slap the shit out of somebody's mouth.
Yeah, that's basically a rule.
Okay,
So,
all right. Just want to make sure.
They're dealing with this shit. Amuro's walking around, and he goes out on for a walkabout, and he runs into, of all people, his old man, which is kind of crazy. And you and he's like, "Oh my God, Dad," whatever. And you come to find out that Dad is off the res. He's completely gone. He is
broken,
full blown batshit crazy.
Not broken. He's a believer.
He's gone full tinfoil, like he really has. And but something's like, obviously he suffered damage, I guess, from the first movie.
Oxygen deprivation.
Yeah, they saved his ass, but he's not right in the head. And he's talking to Amuro like, "Oh man, I got this great invention." Hands Amuro like basically a busted ass Walkman. And Amuro's like, "Tight, thanks, Dad, cool." And it's I guess the point of it, obviously, in the narrative, is to show that the cost of war, and Amuro's this guy that he looked up to, his dad, is now this disheveled, broken man that. And I get it. And Amuro's like, tells his dad, "I'm a soldier now."
He also tells him basically he's flying. He now is flying.
Right. He is the Gundam.
He is the Gundam. Now, I got the feeling that his father had an inkling that Amuro could have been a new type.
I think it's possible, but considering all the ramblings, like it's, I think that just to hint at. But I think more of it was just him boasting at the magnificence of his invention.
So
And
he was more proud about the Gundam than he was proud about.
Abso-fucking-lutely, and that's kind of the point of it all, is that, it's Amuro coming to grips with the fact that just even in this state, after having seen his son after all this time, the first thing he cared about, the only thing he cared about, was showing how much more awesome he can make the Gundam. And that's, like, heartbreaking for Amuro, because he's like, "Do you have any idea what I've been through?" You know? So, rough, very difficult for him.
Not to mention that he also had the loss from his mother.
Right. Yeah, he'd already broken it off with her.
Right. So I think, again, we keep on coming back to, I bet you this is fleshed out more in the series.
Yeah.
Especially at the beginning of the series, when you're seeing,
Yeah.
you could have seen how their relationship, in terms
Yeah.
of saying, because you really don't get, you just see, oh my God, my father is a brilliant scientist, not my father neglected me to constantly work on this machine.
Right.
And now he just comes across as a broken idiot. Or
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
And
damn, he left. I actually used the word broken.
and he's and yeah, and Amuro was obviously kind of in his father's footsteps kind of thing. Right at the beginning, he was like with his head down in a book and a microscope and, like, interested in all, and he got thrust into this whole war and turned into this. I mean, of his own volition. He obviously chose to hop into the Gundam and read the manual. But but at the beginning, all right, like when we first meet Amuro, he's not doing karate or practicing flying jets or some shit. He's nose in a book and in a microscope, right? He was a scholar like his father. So I think that finding his dad in that state probably hit him pretty damn hard, and probably hit him even harder with more context and time. But yeah, I digress. So Amuro, he has a rough time. He bails, and this is where he meets Lala, right? He meets her outside like a lodge kind of thing.
Right. So so we have the cityscape that they have.
Right.
So basically the fully fleshed version of the SDF-1. I mean, you want.
Sure. Let's go with it. And that's it. That's the one. Yeah.
And then they go to the rolling hillsides of country and play.
Yes.
I don't think people understand just the amount of science that has to happen to be able to have that level of terraforming just inside.
Yeah.
When everything's connected to metal shell on the outside. I mean, that's just.
It is absolutely a massive feat of engineering, like, without a doubt.
We're basically basically, we're talking about they have terraformed the Death Star.
Basically. Cloud City. I'll give it. Let's do Cloud City. They terraformed. They did a Cloud City because it's got White Lando, so they did a Cloud City.
Nah, I'm full on board, sir. It's as painful as it is. This is the only one I can give you.
All right. So yeah, so he's at this lodge. It's raining. He's all gloomy. Lala sitting there, like, just outside in the rain, watching birds and shit. And they, they just kind of have like a little conversation. And he doesn't know who the fuck she is, and she doesn't know who the fuck he is, really. Although she kind of like
senses.
Yeah. You can tell, like, the way they film it, like she's sensed him out faster than he
spider
could
sense
her.
kicked in.
Right. And whatever, she dips, and he's like, she was hot, green eyes, loved it. He ends up going back to his dad. His dad is still batshit, whatever. And he finally, okay, I can't with this. So he leaves. He gets in his car and he leaves. And he gets stuck, like, in the mud, or his car breaks or some shit. And lo and behold, who passes by on this perfectly neutral Cloud City, but fucking Char in, like, a Jeep. But with the helmet on, because he's always got, so he's got, like, the full helmet on. He's just, like, along in his Jeep, and he's like,
Well, he's gonna protect his identity.
He starts talking to him. He's like, "Hey, kid, what's up? Sorry, man. Did we get you?" Like, no. And they're, like, having this perfectly amazingly civil conversation. And Lala's there because she's his passenger. She's with Char. And he's like, "Oh, man, you got a problem with your car? Hang on, I got a winch." him out. He gets him out of the mud.
Wait, did you just say a wench, not a winch?
You know what I meant. And I've heard it both ways, Gus. And they go, and it's like,
Dude, you're on fire.
so he knows, like Chard has no fucking clue who this kid is,
Right.
Yeah.
but Amuro knows who the fuck this is.
I mean, he's
Dude.
got the helmet. He's not gonna.
I can't
That's
tell you
like-
how many I can't tell you how many times the other side has not recognized him, but he's recognized them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Facts. Oh my gosh. So he like schools them on how to be polite, manners, or whatever, and they drive off, and it's just like this moment where Char looks back, like as Amuro drives off, like, nice kid, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna own your ass in a little while. But so they're having this big meeting. They're like, we gotta leave. White Lando shows up, and he's like, all right, fine. If you're not gonna leave with me, Mirai. So it's like he's bitching. And it's like, it really is. It's but yeah, so they get out of there. And it's because Slegger shows up, and of course you can always count on Slegger. He runs into the frame. He runs into the frame to smack the shit out of Mirai.
This is where so this is it.
This is it. He runs into the frame to smack the shit out of Mirai.
So first he floats into the screen to punch him, and then he runs into the frame to slap her.
And he backhands her. Like he gets just like a backhanded bitch slap. It's just, this is Slegger's job. They named him Slegger because Slugger would have been too on the nose. So
Right.
He just walks around
So
smacking people.
he's got main character smacking energy.
Oh god, he's like that meme where the guy's like smacking everybody at the party. Like that's Slegger. That's motherfucker. And
but he held back on the first one. He did not. I punched this guy in your honor, just for you to act like this.
Yeah. That's it. So White Lando acquiesces, and he gives them all they need to get him out of there
Because he didn't want to get hit again.
He watched Mariah get hit. He's like, fuck,
Slugger will
you
hit
got one of
anyone.
those on lock? I don't want that.
It's like Slugger's hands are rated E for everyone. So
You know what? Guess what? I'll escort you guys out too.
Yeah.
How
about that?
I don't want. Yeah.
Let me take you to the edge. Take you out of here.
right?
Let me take these
Let me
hands.
show
out
you
of
the
this
way.
Let me take these hands off of my base before he slaps somebody out into space and decompresses the whole station. Yeah.
Oh my God.
fix it.
Which he could.
Without a doubt. So it's this weird like race to the finish line kind of thing where White Base is trying to make it to out of the neutral zone, but they're waiting for him. Like
You brought in Star Trek in this. Oh, you motherfucker.
Yeah. So White Lando is he's like, I'll stick with you as long as I can, kind of thing. He basically grew a conscience. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, they move on, and where are we at this point in the notes? Char and Lala are like a thing. There's a whole fight, right? The Gundam comes out, kicks some ass. It's very cool. Looks very cool. I can't give you more just other than to say Gundam is instrumental in helping White Base escape the battle, the ambush that was waiting for them outside of Cloud City. And Lala and Char are like watching that shit on the TV like it's afternoon football. And they're like, he says something like, real battles just aren't thrilling, like that, or some shit to Lala. And she's like, oh, I guess not. So weird, casually weird. And basically, it's like the last time you see Amuro's dad is he's screaming at the TV because apparently this whole thing was televised, which is hilarious. And he's like, yeah, that's my Gundam, whatever. And you just know.
Like, show more pictures of the Gundam.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't care about the regular. I need to see the Gundam.
More
I need to see
Gundam.
my.
Like, damn it. Anyway, So yeah, so it's a really cool battle sequence. It's neat, and this is where you're seeing Amuro's new type abilities coming more into play. He's like seeing things before they happen. Very Jedi move.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
We're gonna skip over the fact that Amuro's dad, all excited, runs outside and falls down the stairs to his death.
Yeah, I guess we're not.
Well, I don't even remember that part.
Yeah, he does. He like hits his head.
Because it was so
He-
insignificant. It was done so quickly, and it's like, okay, that's it. Next scene.
He's so excited about the Gundam thing, and he's like, he wants to go. It's to go help Amuro or whatever. He wants to leave, so he runs out, and he fucking tumbles down the stairs, hits his head, and died. And that's the end of Amuro's dad, the great genius who created the Gundam, the mobile suit.
Death by stairs.
So, and I think that's sadly poetic, right? Like he's just really happy. It must have been my upgraded piece. It must have been that thing, and he's just like so hyped. And he runs outside and he's like, "Hooray! Hooray for the Federation! This is awesome! It's the best thing ever!" And legit, boom, dead. What the fuck? I don't understand. Okay, first of all, I don't understand why it had to be in the series. Like the pointlessness of that.
Yeah.
The pointlessness of that death, it served no narrative purpose. We had already seen that the dad was done, right? Like as a like he was Amuro and him, that was a severed relationship. The shit was over. So I don't get why it needed to be in the series, but I get even less maybe why it had to be in. Like this is a condensed version of the series, and you still used airtime to show that again.
I it's even worse when you saw the way that he left his mother.
Right.
He was able to just say, "Okay, have a good life. I'm out to go fight me." They could have did the same. They intentionally chose to dishonor that man.
Right. They absolutely wanted this guy to be completely just yeah. Anyway.
Is there some type of allegory that we're missing here? Before we...
I don't know. Maybe one of our listeners can write us a comment and let us know. All right. So now the Zabi Empire, the Xeon, they're Dolza and Giran, they're like having a conversation about what they're gonna do and how they're gonna win. Basically, just mustache twirling evil stuff.
The father decides that he wants to sue for peace.
Thank you, Brian. That's right. This is where
Giran was
not happy. Everything goes fucking batshit crazy.
This is where the Principality of Xeon severs.
Starts to fall.
Yeah.
Look,
that
Giran
one
is so
general, I
screwed up.
can't
I mean, there's
remember
actually a
his
side
name.
game called Giran's Greed.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. So yeah, this is where they break. This is where Daddy's like, I ain't got long for this world.
And Giran's like, I don't have much time.
and Garen's like, no, I choose violence. So
I choose violence and genocide. Let's do that.
Patricide.
Somehow,
patricide. There it is.
Somehow we have to talk about. We overlook the fact that I think, for white base to succeed, they use some type of secret weapons against everybody else. It was some type of super weapon,
like a reflective super weapon thing. Was that at this
the
point?
Ones who did the mirrors. They did the
At
mirrors.
first,
was it
they
the
had it.
Federation?
Well, okay, so Giran.
Or was it the bad guys with the?
So it wasn't white base.
All
Right,
I know
it wasn't white
is
base. It was the Federation. The Federation did that.
Federation.
But then Giran takes that shit and puts it up to 11.
A whole new level. Yeah.
It's like
okay. So they both
invented
hold my beer.
Yeah, you invented a thing. That's cute. What happens if we do more of that? Basically. Yeah, and that's a big holy shit moment that happens in this. But before we get to that, they do some character building moments to show the relationship between Lala and Char, which again is just kind of weird and sort of like non-committal. Like she's a toy or a plaything to him more than like an honest to God love interest. I don't know. To me, that was how I read it.
Speaking of toys, we also have the Muppet Generals, the two commanders who were talking about how much of a toy White Base is and how much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we have a lot of toy narrative going on right
There's
here.
a lot of just the being pawns in a greater scheme
Right,
kind of thing. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's this whole arc. If this was in the series and they fleshed this out more, I would have been even. I'm so glad they got it quick and done this way.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
not have taken a whole damn arc of these two talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have lost my shit.
Totally get it. White Base is continuing his spearhead operations, and Amuro is he's getting very good at the new type stuff, and Char gets himself a new Zaku. And this one is the new red, of course. It's always red.
It's gotta be red.
cherry red with it. Gotta be red with him. Gets himself a new Zaku, and Lala's like, "Tight. I'm gonna go get in this other thing." So I forgot what it's called. The other thing. And Amuro gets caught in a minefield. So basically, this is the rematch. Char and Amuro, they have themselves a rematch, and Lala's like in the Jeep, like out there in the field, watching them from afar do battle. And it's a cool fight. It's a very cool fight. Like they both got laser swords, and they're both doing combat, and it's very cool. He's good now. Char has a shield. He's basically got like the equivalent of a Gundam.
But it's inside. It's an inside battle, or it's on.
It's right.
All right.
It is on terrain. This isn't a space fight. This is happening.
So, right.
Yeah.
So basically, we went from basically Cloud City and all that, and now we are back to the harsh weather of Tatooine.
That's right. We're back in that. There's fucking messes in the background and everything.
So they went
legit.
to a completely different a completely different basis, which does not have any neutral.
Yeah, pretty much
none
a
of that
broken
matters
colony.
here. Right.
Yeah. That's right. Yes, and I don't remember what the number it is because they all have.
It
side
doesn't
numbers.
matter.
It
doesn't
matter.
matter.
So they have themselves a nice big old battle. It's cool as fuck. I enjoyed it, especially considering like mecha action from late 70s. For that sense, they do a really good job of it. And Lala's there in the Jeep because, and I can't stress this enough, if the pawn is that critical to winning the war, you definitely want her completely unshielded in a battle. Just
multiple
in a fucking
times
Jeep while you are fighting arguably your
nemesis.
Like and your absolute thank you, Brian. Your nemesis. Like this is you totally want her out in the open. She almost dies like 3 times.
Well, honestly, and this could be. There are so many like Beauty and the Beast where Beast and Gaston are fighting over the mountain with Belle there. So I get it. I see it. Doesn't make it better.
It doesn't make it better. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, they have their fight, whatever, and he's like, Amuro's like, the fuck's she doing here, kind of thing, whatever. And he and Char saves her. Cool. It's neat. Again, it's a cool fight. And then White Base is there. White Base is kind of taken off, and this is where Char ends up on fucking horseback like a goddamn cowboy.
Yes.
He's fucking roaming around, and he finds his goddamn sister out there.
Threw me off
This
for like
was the most
I was like,
70s
what
like
the heck?
beat ever.
They have this big, deep conversation that I'm going to avenge father, and like this whole thing. And Bright's listening because she's on comms. So Bright's like
Yes.
hearing all this, like, the fuck was she talking to? And he's basically doing the villain monologue. He's just telling everything. And Bright's getting all of it. He's just like, oh,
It's like,
wow.
here's the plan.
This is the entire plot of this series right now. I'm going to tell you the whole thing. He talks about Degwig and Xeon and their dad was killed and like all this shit. It's the info dump. The thing that probably would have been really useful like in episode 5 or 10. You wouldn't have like been able to care more about this character. But Bright tells nobody. He's heard all of this.
I told you. I said this the last time. Intel and counter espionage sucks. And counterintelligence.
Hey, Bright ain't no snitch.
Dude,
Right? Yeah.
Seriously. It could give Pete Hex at the run for his money.
that information is quite useful. Like you could have used that a lot of variant, and nevertheless, no. So whatever. But he does confront Sayla, like, but in private. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
share this information with anybody. Anyway,
Is Slager still around for this?
Slegger's still, he's not dead yet. Not burying the lead. He fucking dies. But
No,
and it's but he's
Slager
still
didn't
around.
have a chance to slap her. I mean,
He
that
no.
that
he
would've
doesn't
been
get
a
right
great
kept his
slap.
mouth shut.
That
And-
would have
and
been a
it-
great slap.
Well, and I don't know that works because it would be blonde on blonde violence, and I don't think that's allowed.
Okay.
So
Look, we don't know the rules. We're making this shit up as we go.
we really know. We're finding out as we go. Yeah, they're ready to do another battle against the Xeon forces. Again, a lot of this is set against the backdrop of there's a lot more combat and sorry.
And now the father has departed for his peace accords.
Yes, that's right. The father has departed for the peace accords. Dolza, I'm calling him Dolza, which is not his actual name. He goes to visit his wife and son, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go fight the battle for that." And everybody's out there, and the little dude whose name I don't remember because it's not Ryu. He's out there. He gets hurt, and then this is where we see the mirrors. The mirrors are all getting put into place. And they're beginning this.
We need to understand that the Federation has amassed all of its forces, and all of these forces should be more than enough to take out the zombie.
Should. Right. This is the current. Yes.
Should.
So basically, based on White Base's performance and how this war had the attrition, Zombie has suffered a lot of losses.
Yeah.
The Federation is now outnumbering them, and that's really why they decided, hey, we need a super feast before all these guys come and kill us.
They shall harness the power of the sun.
Okay, Doc Ock. Okay, I see you, Doc Ock.
Shinku Hadoken, right? Like decimates.
So Doza waits for his father to actually get there. And this is going to come up later. That's why it's important to me to say this.
Yeah. Right.
He waits for his father to get there, and then assassinates his father and obliterates almost 2/3 of the Federation forces.
Yeah, Garen does. Garen sets this up. He waits for Dad to be there. Very important because he knows he wants to take care of that because him and Dad don't see eye to eye no more. So the best thing you can do, whatever. And Slegger is like flirting with Mariah. She basically admits that she loves him, that she's fallen in love with him. I guess she just needed to get this shit smacked out of her. Yeah.
She needed it knocked into her.
She like basically professes her love to him. She's all teary-eyed or whatever. And Slegger's like, you shouldn't take these feelings, like, whatever. And he's basically, I can't give you what you want kind of thing.
I could only give you these hands.
Right. So they have like a moment. It's a thing. And Slegger's like, take care of this ring. This kind of shit. And it's like a whole thing. I know.
But we know, we have seen this enough.
We've watched enough of this happen to know that when a trinket changes hands and professions of love are in hand,
they don't come back.
And it's definitely not going to be the new type unless your name is Maya. I mean, Layla.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Lala.
Lala, yeah.
Yep.
If you're new type, you're safe. Everybody else,
that's it.
Everybody else is done.
Yeah, that's it.
Kind of makes you
So,
think that Ryu was not a new type.
That's right. That was it. Yeah. So there's again the more battle stuff. The Gundam's doing some cool shit. Slugger gets in some awesome shit happening. I mean, he's no fuck, but he does all right. And yeah, the battle continues. Slugger gets fucked. It's actually kind of like his ship, and they literally show his body like flail outside the cockpit like a Z. It's like, oh.
They had to find a way to get him back for all the slaps. He slapped on too many people.
Cosmic karma.
It's pretty rough. So that, and then of course the Gundam's kicking ass because he's got like his new type shit going on, and he starts sensing this like giant aura of darkness. I guess it looks like a demon, and he's just like, something right. The first time they used the mirrors, that was the Federation using the mirrors. This is now they're gearing up for Daddy to leave, and Girin's got his own
mirrors.
He's got his own mirrors.
You could tell that the mirrors from the Federation were bought from Home Depot,
Right.
and these were bought from Lowe's.
These are the lows, yeah, just significantly. I think they had a BOGO. So he just like bought a fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's Girin sets up his version of the mirror attack. It's on a more massive scale. Girin does not give a fuck. He waits for his daddy to show up to make sure he's within firing range, and he unleashes his version of hell. And his version of hell is even bigger. And all this time, as these battles are happening, and Amuro getting some new type abilities, and Char is getting in tune with his. Everybody's getting into their like fucking Sail is a new type. Fucking everybody's.
It's like the Force awakened in everyone.
Really. There's the female, the leader.
Female Cobra Commander.
Thank you. Fuck yes. That's it.
Yes.
That's her name. Caecilia, I think is her name. And she's on the battlefield too. Like everything's coming to this like full end here. And I think this is where Lala's in her little ship thing, and she's in the battlefield, and he's in the Amuro's in the battlefield. They start to really sense each other. Talk about like, why do you fight? Like they're basically using their force to mentally speak to each other. And it's why do you fight kind of stuff. Good people on both sides kind of shit. And great. It's a great argument until Girin fucking Zabi shows up. This shit, and there's a whole other animal. Yeah, so Lala bites it here.
It goes out in a wave in an ocean in space.
Yeah, there's this long time point of contention amongst Gundam fans as to who is responsible for death.
Well, considering it's been redone 3 times.
Some people blame Char, and some people blame Amuro. But this is the only time you see Char feel an emotion. Because she dies, and he sheds a tear for dear Lala.
But you know what? It's easy. The people you want to blame are the Zabis. They started the war.
I mean, how far back do you go in these things? Anyway, so it's been this long time.
I actually have a different theory. I blame Amuro's dad
for making the Gundam.
No.
Oh, okay.
For making the tape that made the Gundam better, that made him able to stand up to fight. So as a result, he was able to get into the new type abilities more.
There you go. That's it.
He killed Lala. Thank you.
That's it. That's a wrap. Appreciate it.
Keep calm.
Oh man. So yeah, Girin uses his super mega industrial main cannon thing, and the light is pure hatred was the line that I wrote. It was a world full of light. The light's pure hatred. Yeah. So he shines his super mega beam. And
can we call it the dark side of the light?
Serious. It's a Death Star cannon. It's a fucking Death Star cannon.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
dark side of the light.
Dark side of the light. And my God Almighty, it's nuclear warfare. All right, this is a massive.
It blew everything up.
Just everything,
Literally.
Including Daddy. Like, it solved all Girin's problems.
So basically, what we are left with is we have the rest of the
it's all out war from here on. Yeah.
Right. The rest of the zombie fleet is basically Mordor. We now bring in Lord of the Rings.
All right.
And
I'll allow it.
They are now much longer, and they are now basically they can hide behind Mordor for a long time. They can withstand the siege.
Yeah.
And what White Base does is with Gandalf, who's Gandalf the White Base. He decides to tell them all, listen, we need to charge one last time and draw their forces out so we can slip in behind and allow everything to move unseen behind the eye of Mordor.
I love it, Brian. That's excellent. It's a wonderful analogy. But yes, we're going to create a big-ass distraction so we can sneak a team in. An elite team of hobbits. Get this shit done.
Or a White Base case, an elite team of civilians.
Yeah.
Just the fact, but the thing about it is, 2 movies ago, this would have sounded preposterous. But that's basically what we are at now, Vic. An elite team of civilians.
Yep.
Elite team of civilians. We're going to Red Dawn.
They've given up on trying to get them to follow military protocol.
Yeah.
Bright has said the least amount of words this entire time.
This film, he's very underutilized. He was the crux of the first 2 movies. And in this one, he's like, I'm here too.
no one ever listened to him, so he just gave up.
He just
guess.
gave up.
He's like, fine,
He-
we're doing this. Make it happen.
He really did lean into the. I get it. We're just bait at this point.
Right.
And
And he like, nothing fucking matters. What, we're
Yeah.
bait? We finally got to eat bait fish? Sure.
fuck it. So Char
and-
gets.
Yeah.
Sorry, Char gets a new mobile suit, and the first thing he says when he sees it, and I completely agree with him on it. He's like, "Where are the legs?"
The legs. Like, seriously, legs haven't helped you out. None. This entire time.
He got a dress. That's his Gundam was in a dress. with
Gundam
no
with like
legs.
a tutu. It was great.
You know his Gundam. What is?
His mobile suit was Oh
His mobile
fuck!
suit
It
was
just so
Blinky.
Oh my god!
His mobile suit was one of the Pac-Man ghosts.
You're flying
No,
around
there
in
was-
Blinky.
There was a video game. There's a video game that I swear to God, it looked like something like a video game that you see on WB Kids. It's not Dr. Robotnik, but I'm telling you, it was a video game from Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear.
Oh yeah, Zurg. It's Zurg. Without a doubt, Zurg is undoubtedly, because the color palette's the same and everything. Zurg is undoubtedly based on this mobile suit. And this mobile suit does not die. I just want to point out, it doesn't have legs, but Amuro continues to fuck this thing up, and it just continues to keep kicking. And eventually, the fucking head pops off and flies off on its own. Like,
I'll get you next time,
Yeah,
Gadget.
The supervillain escaping.
Yeah, it was like, is he a wily robot? Is Mega Man going to come in here? Because like it just continues to be a thing. Oh my gosh! So this whole thing ends up being on this asteroid base. Is this whole deal is kind of happening, and they're sneaking in. Amuro and Char have their big final battle. The Mobile Suit Gundam is Fubar. Like it's just
Yes.
But it's not the only battle that's happening because Kaisila.
yeah, she's doing her shit against. It's just oh my god.
And
It's cool.
shoots her brother in the face.
It's cool. I give her
Through the
credit.
face. From the back of the head through the face.
This whole thing is kind of cool. I don't hate this. I like the way Amuro used the Force to control the mobile suit to like sneak into to like try and just flush out Char, and like, oh, he's up here. Boom, and he shoots up there, and then like Char shoots down the whole thing. The mobile suit's fucked at this point.
You know where they
It
got that?
devolves. Where did they get that from?
No. You know what
Oh.
this is an inspiration for, right?
What's that?
I'm hurt you now. Again, I'm
All
hurt
right,
you again.
go ahead. It's all right. I'm ready.
It's the inspiration for Max and Mira.
I'll take it. You know why I'll take it? Because I'm gonna hurt you right back. This devolves into Luke versus Darth Vader. These two motherfuckers fighting with swords in a fancy room. That's what this devolves into. Char,
This is the person you want to be when Jesus comes back.
Char
Is this
and
the person you
Amuro
want to be? Payback for
fucking-
payback. Eye for an eye.
skulking around a Death Star, literally, and it devolves into a fucking sword fight. Like literally two rapiers.
Yeah. out the mix because the Gundams have been
Yeah.
destroyed now,
They're
and now they're
just-
just walking
yeah.
around.
And they just happen to have this really fancy like room with ancient weapons in it. It's just swords
Yeah.
and knight's armor and shit. And it's just like, by
Right?
the way, I know how to fight with a sword. But Amuro fucking Mary Sue's this shit. He picks up a sword and he's standing up to Char Aznavour with a freaking sword like a Jedi Knight. Like he's really just pulled that shit out of his ass. At no point did he exhibit any abilities whatsoever.
Right?
I can't. I can't.
Nowhere did it say he was classically trained in sword fighting.
Amazing. Truly.
What's
And-
the new
and
type
they-
of
they-
movies?
reminds me of
What's that?
the last 3 Star Wars movies.
The new sequels.
All right. My biggest contention for that series was how Finn was able to fight against Kylo Ren.
Oh
And
yeah, he
lived.
just picked up a lightsaber and he's fighting a trained Jedi.
Yeah,
And he
lived.
was like, yeah, and lived. It
With
barely
all-
like I
with-
mean,
with all his fingers and toes,
all
and
his limbs.
all his appendages.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
and that's what this fight reminded me of. Like,
and they have their fucking sword fight. Amuro takes a hit, and the ghost of Lala speaks to them through the force. I don't fucking. They
Don't they
it's
do
over.
like a forehead touch?
They
And then
do. They forehead. They like
hit the
headbutt.
ocean
They
water.
do. They
Yeah.
do this headbutt thing, and then the spirit of Lala enters their mind, speaks to them, and all this shit. It's.
I kind of started checking out after like the second ocean wave. I was like,
Look,
what are we doing
that
now?
sequence was a bit
But-
long.
Once again, these films did themselves a disservice by not being the series. Context, important context,
Was
has
missing.
been lost. It has to be. It has to be. I have to believe that in my soul of souls, because this is too beloved of a series for it to
Yes.
not
For that to
have
be it.
right, for that to be it. It just I cannot believe it. Whatever. And fucking Sail is there, right? And Char sees her, and they have a moment because she had to be there so he could have his closure with her, I guess.
During this time, Whitebase actually, for the first time, gets fucked up.
Yeah,
What?
Whitebase does get
Oh.
so much so that they have to abandon ship
That is the understatement.
in the strangest kind of interesting lifeboat system that I'd
Ever.
ever seen.
Known to man. In deep space. Like, we haven't seen nothing this crazy since fucking, well, past this point, since Matt Damon in The Martian.
Dude,
That's how
no,
crazy this shit is.
this is like the Explorers. This is like kids in a freaking thing they built in the backyard, like getting stuck in space. Like that's it was wild. Literally handrails on the side of this thing, like holding on. It's wild.
Ugh.
And this is the part that you kind of just like, wait, hold up. All of a sudden, like the kids have the force, so then
Bro,
they can
I was
feel
just about to
Amuro.
say, dude, I was just about to bring
Yeah.
up the fact that out of all the people who are on Whitebase who are surviving these
Yeah.
3 motherfucking kids, they survived.
They have the force. First of all, they survived. Second of all, they have new type abilities. They're like
What am
they
I-
can hear Amuro and sense his presence. And Sayla's there, but the kids get it first. And then Amuro bursts from the asteroid as it's being destroyed, and his core fighter's jacked, and he ejects from his core fighter to meet the embrace of his friends, the remaining crew of the White Base on their little escape vessel in deep space, and the day is saved thanks to the Powerpuff Girl.
I'm gonna go with Gulliver's Travel, Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island. There you go. And it's this. I don't know. It's a very melodramatic moment, but I get
The
it.
power of friendship.
Yeah. Credits roll. It's the end of the story. So yeah, let's unpack this, guys. Let's final thought this shit.
Man,
We got it, Brian. Brian, we got to. Brian,
I'll go first.
thank
I'll
you,
go
Brian.
first,
Your
and
sacrifice
I
was needed.
will.
But Brian, to put to find a point on this. Now that you have completed Mobile Suit Gundam as a whole, a product as a whole, what do you think?
I could only express this out by giving you guys some key points about the way our podcast is filmed, or how we
It's
record it.
Right.
We all film in separate locations, and everybody else is sitting prone. Throughout the conversation of this, I have gotten lower and lower and lower.
You're barely in the frame at this point.
I'm barely in a frame.
You are basically Tim Allen's neighbor. Home improvement at this point.
I can. Everybody else, you can see their lovely faces. You can barely see my. You can barely see my face. That's how much I have. I did it for you guys. I watched it for you guys.
You did it.
Shit, I shaved my legs for this. I am so done. If you guys wanted me, if this was supposed to be the thing that was going to get me into Gundam, I'm so glad I never got it into it, and I hate how beloved it is to make me feel like this is something that we have to cover. You got nothing. I
Okay.
have no words on it. Yes, it has allegories to Star Wars. It has
Yeah.
allegories to Super Dimensional Fortress Macross. It has so many things in it, and it does none of them. They've done better in other intellectual properties,
Sure.
and yeah, this is
So,
it's almost like a John Carter goes to Mars.
right, I gotcha. Right,
You
it's
know,
been done so much better since that the
right,
original source
right,
material just can't hold a candle anymore.
yeah.
I get it. I get it. So, knowing what this did for anime, does that give this any grace to potential viewers who might be wanting to experience anime history? Or should they just read the wiki?
I think you should just be happy at how far you've come.
Yeah.
You know, not to be the one to say burn all Confederate statues or anything like that, but you can leave this shit in the museum and not even have to worry about paying ticket for admission for it. It's there. It's happened. Yeah, like none of none of it works like this. Even anime shouldn't work the way this does. And I'm 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 probably gonna catch a lot of flack for it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm so done.
All right. All right. Well, there you go. Thank you very much for that, Brian. I'm gonna go ahead and follow on the circle here. Lynette, you can go next. Lynette, now
Right.
that you've completed Mobile Suit Gundam, what are your thoughts on it?
Kinda made me glad I watched Gundam Wing instead of this one, even though it's not even anywhere near
It's not even
the
in the right.
storyline.
Yeah.
It's not even in the right universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kinda feels like, and I'm not very big on comics, but it kinda feels like I came in on Universe 27 of the Marvel or DC
Right.
world, and I liked Universe 27, and someone said, "No, you should actually see Universe 1," and I go there and I say, "No, this is bad touching me. I wanna go back to the not real universe." So, that is the extent of my limited comic book knowledge right there for you guys, so there you go.
All right.
But
Well done.
that's kinda what it made me feel like is, like, when I was watching this, I was like, "Why didn't Gundam Wing suck like this?" And then I had to remind myself, like what you said, was like,
Yeah.
Gundam Wing is not even anything to do with this, and I was
Right.
like, "Oh, well, I wanna go back to." And it's one of those, it's like, "Well, can we go back to Gundam Wing? Maybe we can."
I get that feeling. Like
And
for
I didn't
instance,
even really watch all of Gundam
Right.
Wing, but I'm still more like, "Can we go back there?" That's better, and I know I'm probably gonna get crucified by every Gundam fan,
All of us are gonna catch flack on this one.
you know what,
but
Lynette, you have a very good point there. Like, if I, as a kid, you couldn't tell me shit about G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell me shit about G.I. Joe. You couldn't tell me shit about Transformers. But if I go back now and look at G.I. Joe, I'm like, man, it doesn't work like this,
Right.
you know? So maybe Gundam and G.I. Joe had that similar pathway as far as this is concerned. So, yeah. I know
yeah.
I just cursed at you by saying, you should look at this as G.I. Joe. I probably just
I
lost you even more.
I think that's an apt comparison. I mean, it's kind of the whole point of this podcast, right? For us is to watch these old
Mhm.
anime and see if they hold up, to see if they can handle the criticism of a modern lens. And yeah, G.I. Joe was one of those ones where like as a child you revered it, like it was your afternoon. But then to go back and rewatch it again, you go, wow, this is a lot rougher than I remembered. And yeah, I think you guys are
Oh
both
my
right.
god.
It's
Oh my god.
go ahead.
Slugger is Chuckles.
Oh my God.
You just broke Vic. He really
He
kind of
is.
is, though. Like, no doubt.
Slugger is Chuckles. You know,
Fucking jumpstart a helicopter.
you
They
know how
just
bad
fly
Slugger
over
is?
and just smack it.
Oh,
You
shit.
know, I wanted to mention this, and I'm glad we said this before we cut it. I
Yeah.
got this one from Prosperity. My first thought when I saw Slugger was not Roy Folker. You remember the old school Nintendo
Oh
pro
my God.
wrestling game?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I thought you were going to go with the old Nintendo Power Hour cartoons and Simon Belmont.
No,
Oh, yeah, that
the
was
old Nintendo pro wrestling one with the
Yes.
golden guy that looked like Ric Flair,
Yeah.
who's supposed to be Irvin.
Yeah.
Why I immediately thought of. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's amazing. God damn. Oh my
Oh.
God. All right. Okay, Vic. Resident Gundam aficionado.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
In so much as all of us,
right.
amongst us.
So
So
that's the question. How much Gundam stuff do you have in your house right now?
Amongst us, you are
probably
the
more than
most
all of you
versed.
combined.
Without a doubt, I'll guarantee it. I got a sticker on a laptop. I got it, and it's the Gundam wing.
Okay, so I'm not catching flack from the internet.
I'm sure you're not. Go ahead, Vic.
The biggest issue with these three movies is the simple fact that you got a series of 43 episodes, which boils down to just under 17 hours of series, boiled down to 7 or a little over 7.
Felt like
You're
17,
missing,
if that helps.
yeah, you're missing 9 hours of story.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
It obviously
Absolutely.
I not gonna lie, I have not watched 79. So these three movies are not they're my first introduction to 79, pre whatever year the Gundam the origin stories came out.
Right.
Right? Which those I loved.
Yeah.
This series was also literally, I mean, Lala specifically is the entire basis for the recent G-Quack series. I'm just not going to spoil it with that because I'm pretty sure the internet will roast me on fire for that. Overall, like I said before, the first movie was it was I believe it felt like it was poorly cut, poorly paced.
Sure.
Or fully paced. The second movie, they got a little better. And this third movie, while still missing, God knows how much story, personally, best of the three.
Amen.
The animation was cleaner thanks to them redoing a lot of scenes.
Yep.
Including Lala's death. The pacing was much better than the first two movies. It's this one specifically just kept you watching more than the first two.
I agree.
It's like if I decided to watch this on my own and just the movies, I probably would have stopped at the first one. And it would have disappointed me because, like I said, I like the third one.
Yeah,
it's perfect blue. It's perfect blue for me.
There you go.
You get all the good stuff happens at the end. And you're like, oh, I missed all that. Yeah, I get it.
Right. So, like I said, it's not bad. Like I said, choices were made. Were the right choices made? Not so much for the whole. It's like, with the exception of redrawing the third movie, it felt like it was more rushed than anything. It's like, okay, let's chop it up in first movie. Let's chop it up in second movie. And while they're doing that, it's like, let's make the third one really good. But there was so much story missing still that I feel like if you're gonna dip your toes in the, in 79, you should just watch the original series. You'd get more story, and it's like, it's the basis of a lot of the Gundam lore. I mean, most of the early games before the Gundam Wing games were all based on 79. It got a series and a half spun off. Then you had I think 80 or 83, The War in the Pocket. it's literally quite possibly for Gundam lore in general, it's the most important part of the series, and it felt unfortunate that, we didn't get Gundam in the US until the 90s with Wing.
Yeah.
So it's like if Wing, for many people in the West, if that was your introduction to Gundam, chances are 79 may not interest you as much.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think if you're gonna give it a shot, go with the original series. Don't do the movies. Unless you want to watch the original series up to a certain point, then watch the third movie.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to look at it. You could
Like I said,
probably
because
get
you're
away with that.
missing 9 hours of story.
You are
Which is
indeed.
a lot,
Yeah.
and it showed.
Y-
A lot of the major characters like Lala were just if they felt more like an insignificant point to
Yeah.
this little over 7 hour stint of the 3 movies.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
that's
I
what I got.
appreciate that. Yeah. No, I love that. This is for the record, this is not the first, but it is one of the earliest attempts by the anime industry to release a compilation film based on an anime series. This is one of the first times they tried it. They did it once or twice before, like Space Battleship Yamato had one, but this was like one of their early attempts.
And it was a big one.
It has certainly become an art form now. Compilation movies for anime series are very common, and I think a lot has been learned over the years from these sorts of things. But in its defense, it was one of the early attempts. It is absolutely a product of its time. Mobile Suit Gundam is a product of its time. It is hard to sit through. It is hard to sit through as a compilation film series, a trilogy of compilation films. It's hard to sit through it. It is. The series is probably more successful, but it's also longer. So much like the best comparison I can make is like Macross 7. You can't watch it all in one sitting. You will slit your wrists. You have to pace yourself. Watch a couple episodes, call it a day, go do other stuff, come back a couple days later, watch a few more episodes. If you try to sit through it, you're going to lose your mind. Macross 7 is very much like that, and Mobile Suit Gundam guarantee is like that. If the movies were a slog, imagine the series. Vic says 9 hours is missing. 9 hours of this. You think they cut all the action out? You know they didn't do that.
Oh no,
right?
they cut out a lot of background story.
Right. So that tells you a lot. It's a tough series. It's a tough series to watch. The importance of it, I get. It is important, but it's not entertaining. I was not entertained. The third one is the best of the three, but it was a long slog.
They've lost your goodwill by the time you get to the third one.
They're lucky I got to the third one.
Yeah.
They're lucky I got to the third. I don't know that I could edit it better. I don't know that I could have made it a better. I don't think I could personally have.
No, I can't picture of a way to doing it without pretty much making
Right.
a fourth movie.
But it's yeah, it's one of those things that it is a product of its time, and I think revisiting it is something that must be done from a place of love. It is something that must be done by a person who is a fan of this series, however they became a fan of the series, and going back to is like finding historical records and like going into this from a place of excitement and love because of your love of the franchise. I don't see any other way of being able to push it. I don't think if this anime's pacing is good enough to hold a new audience. Fresh, right? So
I think it would
it is
depend on the demographic specifically.
right. Without a doubt. Every anime is someone's favorite. And somebody would watch this and they would think the pacing was perfect and the political intrigue was amazing. All into it. I think as a general audience, you look at anime now, you look at Dan to Dan, you look at Solo Leveling, you look at Demon Slayer, you look at all these modern anime, and the pacing is quite different.
Mm-hmm.
So I think trying
Was a different time,
right? So trying to adjust to that is going to be more difficult, in my opinion, for a basic anime audience. I'm not going to go to a kid at an anime con who's just got fresh off of his 1,000 episodes of One Piece, I'm still not going to be sure I can recommend Mobile Suit Gundam. And they watched 1,000, they watched like 1,400 episodes of One Piece. I still don't know if I could get them to watch Gundam.
I couldn't even.
No, because the One Piece fan base is totally different than the Gundam fan base.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But nevertheless, I digress. I was entertained with this one. I wish I would have cared more about these characters. I think if Slegger would have been around in movie 1, I would have cared a lot more about Slegger going down in movie 3. And I think the same holds true for a lot of this rest of this content. If Lala was a thing sooner, they could have introduced Lala in movie 2, and it would have been more impactful to lose her in 3. But to introduce her in 3 and lose her in 3, same with Slugger, same with a lot of this, it loses its weight. Sorry, fan base. I know we're getting a lot of flack for this. I wish I could tell you I loved it. I didn't.
Guys, just remember to throw the fuck at everyone else.
I love the idea. I love the idea of Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yeah.
I love the design of the Mobile Suit Gundam. When I watched the movie Ready Player One and a fucking Gundam jumped out of the back of Serenity, I lost my shit because that was awesome.
I thought that was cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. I was like, yes! Like, I screamed that shit. It was so cool. I love the Gundam. I love what it stands for. I love that idea. And to watch this hurt because the thing of the Gundam,
it cheapens it, yeah.
It did. So that was a rough sell for me, guys. Sorry, audience. I love you guys as listeners. We're gonna watch some crazy zany shit next. Try and mix it up. But this was a slog for all of us collectively, except Vic, who absolutely loved it and does not deserve any hate.
Thank you. I'm innocent in this massacre.
So that's gonna do it for our show. So until next time, folks, keep calm and
save your Laylas.
You've just been privy to the mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd, presented by Geek Grotto. For show notes and corrections, or for general geeky fun, you can visit our website at geek-grotto.com. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app, please like, follow, and subscribe.